Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is another invasion going on your evergreens, and I want to know that you're paying attention because it can decimate, especially arborvitaes right now, and you don't even know what's happening. Let's take a look at what's going on so you know what to look for.
You look around and it doesn't really look like much happening at all. And so, but as you start looking a little bit closer, it can start looking like pine cones hanging off your evergreens, but arborvitaes don't make pine cones. And so as we start to look closer, you've got all these little egg sacs right here, but look at that guy. It's called a bagworm. These little critters, they're a caterpillar. They can be fairly substantial in size. And what they do is they form these little sacs around the outside of their body to protect them from predator and to disguise them. Because, I mean, look at that. You step back a little bit farther, it doesn't look like anything you wouldn't expect to see on that tree. But as your eyes start to develop, they're all in here, all in here. As you get up, they're all the way up the arborvitae. And I mean, just pockets and pockets of them. Now, some of these are dead. Some of these are from last year's infestation, but that's how it works. There's just a little bit going on, and then all of a sudden, it's a few one year, and it's like anything else. Then they overwinter, their eggs overwinter in these sacs. They start to lay eggs, and then those little baby caterpillars start munching along on your tree, and you don't even know it's happening. But what they're doing is, it's not that they directly kill a tree, but it is the end of September, and this little critter, he's sitting there and he's just munching away at all the green tissues of your plant. And then he's gonna cut them off, and he's gonna glue them to the backside of this egg sac. And he's just gonna, you get that right there. You can't even see it. So even when you look at him, it's hard to say, it just keeps trying to focus in that. I mean, look at that. It's pretty wild. I mean, you don't even know it's there. There's just a worm inside there. And it's really, by my definition, the perfect camouflage for a caterpillar. And it can do tremendous damage pretty fast. Like I said, not that it's going through, but when you get a lot of these going along, munching off and chewing off pieces of the plant. I mean, you can see this little branch has no growth on it because these little guys walked around, chopped them off. They walked around, chopped them off, glued them to the outside of their little sac, and that's all they do. They just keep going around your plant, eating and camouflaging themselves. And then you get a few hundred of these all through this area, and you can walk out, and I'm seeing evergreens in some areas right now that are just perfectly brown. The whole plant is just brown, and it's because these little guys are there in such numbers that all the green tissue is being cut off. So now let's take a peek at what to do with these things.
Okay, so once you know you have bagworms, the big question becomes, what do you do about it? So the way the process works, they're actively doing a lot of damage right now. And so if you don't act fast, you're gonna deal with that brown tree all winter long. So there are a few products. You can use spinosad and conventional chemicals for a quick knockdown, but again, we don't always opt for that. There's a product called BT, Bacillus thuringiensis. It's a bacteria that is found in the wild anyway. So again, anytime we have an opportunity to fight Mother Nature with Mother Nature, I always default to that. So in this particular case, it is a worm / caterpillar. It's very effective. You use this product, you spray it down all over the tree. Don't just go where you see the bagworms. Go the surrounding bushes, go the areas around them, and just soak the plant down. It's not an insecticide per se, it's natural. So you still treat it as if it's toxic, but feel comfortable in the fact that it's a naturally derived product that's kind of just as environmentally friendly, I would feel, as you can get. But they're not gonna disappear. You gotta spray it, they're gonna stop eating over a couple days, and that's really what you're after. And then it'll take another, maybe even up to a week before they actually die from the bacterial infection. But get it on there as quick as you can. if we're getting some of these remnants of the hurricanes or storms, because it's natural, you may need to reapply. So don't just forget about it, let it go, keep an eye on it. If the problem's getting worse, you may have to go after some of the chemicals, but try the naturals first.